Hello, it's Go to Gym Games. Finally back with my showcase. My video game versus Archetype showcase. We're going to show off some of the Zelda cards this time. First off, we have Young Link. Light level 3 warrior effect. Every time an equipped spell is equipped to this card gains 200 attack and defense. This card loses 200 attack and defense for every equipped spell that was destroyed that was equipped to this card. 1200 and 1200. Basically, every time you equip something, he gets stronger, and every time he loses equipment, he gets weaker. And that's pretty much all this guy does. Though there are cards I've made later in this Archetype, as you will see, and also for Adult Link as well. That support them being stronger and harder to kill. Young Link isn't as threatening because his attack points are a lot lower, but Adult Link can be really threatening. Hero of Hyrule Link, Light's level 5 warrior effect. Every time an equipped spell is equipped to this card, it gains 300 attack, and then the same as the last card. 1700 and 1800 for stats this time around. He has slightly more defense, kind of like I was thinking at the time, that he's grown up and is a better fighter, so I kind of give him slightly more defense. Also, he gains 300 and has the 300 drop, so he gets more per equip, so up to 5 times, just like Young Link, and he has a lot more strength potential. Fierce Deity Link Unleashed. Oh, no, wait. Fierce Deity Link Unleashed. Light. Wait. Oh, I thought he might have been divine. Oh, no, he's not divine. Level 9, normal. After absorbing the immense power from the double helix sword, he became almost mindless in trade for incredible power. That's not really what happens in the game. I just kind of wanted to make cool lore. 3800 and 600. Now, I actually made this card, like, believe it or not, you can laugh if you want. I actually thought that, like, level 9s and 10s take 3 sacrifices and not 2. Because of the Egyptian gods, but I learned that it's always 2, even above anything above 7. I think that doesn't really make sense. I think they should have really made it 3 for 9 and 10, and I think 9 and above should have been 3, not 2. So we'll just say it takes 3 for this, okay? Princess Zelda, level 4 light, royal effect. Once per turn, place 1 magic counter on this card. Activate one of these effects if you have enough magic counters. 2 or 3. Select 1 dark monster on the field. It loses 500 attack. 4 or more, destroy all dark monsters on the field. 1600 and 1200. As you can see, on her own, if you think about it, she's a bit crap, since it takes time for her effect to work, and her stats aren't necessarily good. They're kind of bland. Especially her defense sucks. But yeah, if you can build up magic counters, you can weaken dark monsters. But if you actually pull off the major effect, all dark monsters are wiped from the board. Double Helix Sword, normal spell. Tribute 1 hero of Hyrule Link who has 4 equipped spells currently equipped. Then special summon Fierce Deity Link Unleashed from the hand. You heard that. It sounds kind of tough. So there's 2 tough ways to summon it, well, maybe 1 less. You could try to just sacrifice 3 monsters, or if you don't want to sacrifice anything, and you just want to special summon the damn guy, then you're going to have a link with 4 equipped spells currently equipped, which means you only have 1 slot left to play this. And then, all that trade to just a special summon Fierce Deity Link. King of Evil Ganondorf. Level 7, Fiend. Any monster destroyed by battle from this card is banished instead. 2400 and 2200. Yeah, he banishes monsters. Now that's pretty good. Banishing effect. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Incarnation of Evil Demise. He is a level 11 Divine Fusion Fiend monster. The fusion requirements is Ganon, which we'll see later. Not Ganondorf, but Ganon, plus 4 dark monsters. Cannot be normal summoned or set, or special summoned or set in any way. Can only be fusion summoned. Yeah, you can't even special summon him. When this card destroys a monster by battle, it is banished instead. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, he or she must discard 2 cards from their hand. If this card is destroyed or banished, special summon King of Evil Ganondorf from the graveyard, hand, or deck. 4,200 and 3,400. Pretty useful damn card. Assuming you can summon the thing. It's going to be pretty hard to pull off. But he has a lot of strength. Has backup for almost every case. For putting out Ganondorf to help to protect yourself. Has the same effect as Ganondorf, and has the ability to make your opponent discard. It has to make your opponent like drain their hand if they can keep causing damage. Here's Ganon, Dark level 8 Beast. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by the effect of Triforce. Cannot be summoned by other ways. This card takes no battle damage when battling a defense position monster. 2,950 and 2,400. Pretty strong. I will admit the effect is kinda lame, but if you're playing against somebody who's trying to stall, or if they have a face down and you're afraid of attacking, don't worry about it. It won't take any damage. Triforce. Continuous spell. The specified monsters will get their own specified effects. This card refers to the monster. Hero of Hyrule Link. This card is immune to trap effects. Princess Zelda. During each of your opponent's standby phases, place a magic counter on this card. King of Evil Ganondorf. Tribute this card to special summon Ganon from the hand. If Triforce is destroyed, destroy Ganon. So Ganon's makes sense, and so does Link's. Pretty simple. Some people are confused about Zelda. Yeah, if Triforce is out, you get a magic counter for her, even on your opponent's standby phases. It helps build up her power faster, makes it a little bit more viable. That was the first set. I'll show one more for this one. There it is. Heroic Steed Epona. Quick play spell. If you control Hero of Hyrule Link, select one equip spell from the hand or from the deck and place it into your hand. So yeah, pretty useful. If you have Link, opponent gives you a free spell from the deck to help equip to him. Master Sword. Equip spell. Equip only to Hero of Hyrule Link. When Link battles a dark monster, that monster is destroyed after damage calculation. Link cannot be destroyed by a dark monster on any of your turns while this card is equipped. Okay, so basically, on your turns, the turns that you are attacking, Link will not die if he attacks a stronger dark monster than him, but the dark monster will still die after the attack. So if you attacked a stronger dark monster with Master Sword, you'll take some damage from them being stronger, but they will die. Pretty useful for killing dark monsters. Hookshot equip. Equip only to a light warrior type monster. Once per turn, if you pay 500 life points, you can destroy one of your opponent's set spell or trap cards. Pretty useful. Also, it's a light warrior type monster. And same from the archetypes we've seen already, that means you can mix and match certain franchise cards to make it look funny. Like you can have Mario with a hookshot if you want to. Light arrows. Normal spell. Flip all face down monsters your opponent controls. Flip effects are negated. Yeah, it's basically just a reveal card. It's kind of like Dark Piercing Light, I think. It's like that card. Zora Armor. Equip spell. Equip only to a warrior type monster. The equipped monster cannot be destroyed by a water monster. If the equipped monster is a water monster, it gains 500 attack and defense. See, I don't know if there really is a card in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! That's even like this quite. I think it's a bit unique. If for a non-water type monster, it just grants you immunity to water monsters. And if you are a water monster, other water monsters can't heal you, and you're stronger. So it's good for water decks, apparently. Or assume, I mean, obviously. Even if you're not a water monster, it does something. Ocarina of Time. Equip spell. This one's a bit complicated. Once per turn, during your main phase, declare a song name. Then activate one of the following effects. Lullaby. Your opponent cannot declare an attack next turn, but you cannot use this card during your next turn. Saria. Select one Medallion Sages from the deck and place it into your hand. Epona. Select one Heroic Steed Epona from the graveyard and put it at the top of the deck. Sun. Switch the battle positions of all monsters on the field. Storms. Destroy all fire monsters on the field. Time. If one of your monsters was destroyed last turn, special summon that monster. You cannot attack next turn. Or this turn, I mean. So some of these to clarify. So Lullaby basically just means that this spell card, Ocarina of Time, is disabled next turn. But, like, your opponent can't attack next turn anyway. Saria gives you a Medallion card. Heroic Steed Pony, yeah, those ones make sense. Time, like I said, you just get to revive a monster, but you can't attack on the same turn just using time. Navi the Fairy. Equip. Wait. Okay, equip. Equip only to Young Link or Hero of Hyrule Link. Once per turn, look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Your opponent cannot see the card during this effect. Some little bit of psychic power there. Like, I kind of like those kind of cards. You get to see a card your opponent is going to use. It's kind of like Senri Eye, except without the cost. Get to see a card your opponent has on their deck and they can't see it. Hylian Shield. Equip spell. Equip only to a warrior type monster. The equipped monster gains 600 defense. Battle damage your opponent receives during his or her turn is doubled. You can only control one Hylian Shield at a time. You heard me. You see 600 defense, but here's the thing. Battle damage your opponent receives on their turn. Which means that if you have another face-down monster next to your Hylian Shield monster with high defense and your opponent decides to try attacking it, the amount of defense that you have higher than their attack attempts will be doubled for damage. So it's useful for stalling. Mask token. Earth level 3 Fiend's token. Special summoned by the effect of Majora's Mask. 1300 and 1100. Skull Kid. Level 5 Dark Fiend. When this card is normal or flip summoned, place one moon counter on the card. Once during every one of your standby phases, place a moon counter on the card. If you have 7 moon counters on this card, you win the duel. You cannot increase the amount of moon counters via spell or trap effects. 1800, 1850. Yeah, there's no way to, like, make it go faster. You have to legit keep this somewhat wimpy level 5 monster on the field for, like, 7 turns. But if you do it, you get a win condition. That's just pretty cool. Win condition. Majora's Mask. Level 6 Dark Fiend. Up to twice per turn, you can special summon a mask token. 22 and 2000. Majora's Wrath. Level 8 Dark Ritual monster. Must be ritual summoned by the effect of Majora Incarnation. If this card destroys one of your opponent's monsters, select up to 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard and banish them. 2750 and 2300. Yeah, I made Incarnation a ritual spell for I don't really need to read it because I kind of already just told you. Though there's a catch, Majora's Mask has to be one of the monsters used for the ritual. Majora's Mask and something else, and then Incarnation is used effect for Wrath. And in Wrath, yeah, you kill a monster, then you get to select 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard after killing their monster and banish them, which means you could banish the same monster you killed effectively, and another monster too. Pretty dang useful. Well, that's the 2 archetypes I was going to show. I hope you enjoyed this part. Sorry it's been a long time. Also, I started another series, if you haven't seen the first episode yet, where I've been kind of watching episodes of Sonic X, kind of a nostalgic thing for me, back in 2004-ish, 3-ish, whatever. And it's still kind of fun to watch, despite the show not being that good. It's kind of dumb, but I still love it. So I'll see you next time. This is Golden Gem Games, signing out.